Ohm's law. There is a scientist whose name was George Simon Ohm. Ohm's law gives relationship between two electric quantities. Let's understand with the diagram. So in this diagram, as you can see, there is a cell and a bulb. Obviously, cell has negative and positive terminal, and let's suppose potential difference across its terminal is V. Due to this cell, electric current I is flowing in the circuit and bulb will glow. Now we add one more cell. Due to potential difference, electric current I will induce in this circuit, and this time bulb is glow more brighter. Now we add 3 cell. Due to this, potential difference increases, hence electric current also increases, and this time bulb is glowing more brighter, right? So Ohm's law states that the current I flowing through a metallic conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference V across its ends, provided its temperature remains the same. Length, area of cross section, temperature, and material of the conductor should remains constant. Only in that case, Ohm's law is valid. V is directly proportional to I, which means if we increase voltage, electric current in the circuit also increases. Or else you can say the ratio of V and I, ratio of electric potential and electric current, is constant. This constant is represented by capital R or is known as resistance. Or else we can say V equals to IR. This is known as Ohm's law. What is resistance? In this animation, we can see there are various free electrons, but they are moving in a random direction. So obviously, no net current will they form. But if we connect them by a battery or a cell, then they will have a particular direction. All the free electrons will have a particular direction, and thus they will create some electric current. When atoms are more, resistance is more and current is less. But when atoms are less, resistance is less and current is more. The property of the conductor due to which it opposes flow of current is called resistance. Resistance is a property of conductor due to which it opposes flow of current. The SI unit of resistance is ohm. And the formula for resistance is V upon I, where V is electric potential, I is electric current. Ohm is equal to volt upon ampere. Or else we can say 1 ohm is equal to 1 volt upon 1 ampere. Let's define 1 ohm. If potential difference across two ends of a conductor is 1 volt and the current through it is 1 ampere, then the resistance of the conductor is 1 ohm. Factors affecting resistance: length, area of cross section, material, and temperature. Resistance is directly proportional to length. It means if wire has more length, the resistance will be higher, and its vice versa is also true. So if we have a conductor and if we increase its length, so resistance also gets increases. Resistance is inversely proportional to its area, which means if area of cross section increases, resistance would decrease. Let's understand by this image. If the door is wider, more people can enter, obviously. So resistance is less. But if wire is thicker, more electron can flow as resistance is less, right? Hence, resistance is inversely proportional to the area of cross section. As I said earlier, resistance is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to area of cross section. We know whenever we remove sign of proportionality, some constant we need to introduce. So here the constant I am introducing is rho. It is known as resistivity. Let's figure out the unit of rho, or you can say resistivity. So we know R equals to rho into L upon A, or else rho equals to R into A upon L. Now, the unit of capital R resistance is ohm. The unit of area is meter square. The unit of length is meter. So from meter, meter square get cancelled and we get SI unit of resistivity as ohm into meter. Practical understanding of resistivity. Let's understand this arrangement. In this arrangement, we can see there is a meter which is connected in series in this circuit. Now, a copper wire we have used. So as we can see through the animation, we are getting approx 30 ampere current. Now, we are changing the wire. This time, aluminum wire we are using. So using aluminum wire, we are getting 20 ampere of current. So current is decreasing, although rest things are same. Battery that we are using is same, only the difference in the material wire. And this time current decreases. Now, if we use glass rod, so as you can see, once we are using glass rod, we are not getting any current because glass rod is insulator. So obviously circuit will not complete and we will not get any kind of current. If we use rubber, still we are not getting any current, right? So resistivity is a specific property of material. Different material have different resistivity. On what factor does the resistance of a conductor depend? So let's answer it. Resistance of a conductor depends on its length, area of cross section, or else you can say thickness, material, like what type of material the conductor is being built, and last on temperature. How does the resistance of a wire change when? First part, its length is tripled. Second part, its diameter is tripled. C part, its material is changed to one whose resistivity is 3 times. We all know R equals to rho into L upon A. So from this relationship, we can figure out resistance is directly proportional to length. R is directly proportional to L. If L is tripled, resistance is also tripled. Now let's understand B part. We know resistance is inversely proportional to area, or else we can say resistance is inversely proportional to the square of its diameter, right? Because area is pi r square and r is nothing but d upon 2. So more or less, we can say resistance is inversely proportional to diameter square. Now, if the diameter is tripled, as per this given statement, resistance becomes 1 upon 9 times. 3 square is 9. C part. We know resistance is directly proportional to rho, or else resistivity. If resistivity is tripled, resistance is also tripled. Next question. Will current flow more easily through a thick wire or a thin wire of the same material when connected to the same source? Why? When connected to a same source, current will flow more easily through a thick wire than the thin wire, right? Because resistance is inversely proportional to its area.